Hello everyone. Watching someone at work can be very mesmerizing, especially if they're really good at it and do their job exceptionally and very fast. These people are fascinating and greatly admired. No wonder they often become the stars of viral videos, and then end up on our channel. Today, we're going to meet the fastest workers in the universe. Let's get it on. Many celebrities often have to give autographs, but usually they only sign what their fans give them. You know, postcards, napkins, papers, body parts. But the autograph of a professional sumo wrestler is much cooler, as he signs with the mighty palm of his hand. It's impressive, and most importantly, it's fast. Can you imagine how many sheets he can sign in one day? When we first saw the video, we thought the guy was just hitting the bottles with a lot of passion, but it wasn't clear why. For the cameras, maybe? But no, this guy is opening each of the bottles so quickly that you can't even see the process. The main thing is that nobody around him is surprised at all. And it's not even clear where the bottle caps fly to either. Who knows what's going on behind the scenes? If you've ever wondered exactly how the toilet paper rolls that everyone's talking about today are created, we have the answer to that question. Firstly, small rolls are made from large rolls, which makes sense. And secondly, it happens very, very quickly. The process may not be very hygienic, but it's only part of the process. It's said that labor automation, which is now widely used throughout the world, is not very popular in India. And not because the machines are too expensive or people are afraid of losing their jobs. The reason is that many Indian workers can work much faster than any automated machine. Look, who could compete with them? Aloe vera is a succulent plant species, widely used in medicine, cosmetology, and even in cooking. But before extracting the most useful and delicious part of the aloe, the unnecessary parts must be cut off. Normally, people use the transparent aloe gel and its natural latex, and it must be said that people have learned to extract everything they need at an amazing speed, by hand as well, as you can see. Today, the work of many sign language interpreters is replaced by subtitles, but traditional sign language has found an unexpected application. Many rappers contract specialists who can interpret their performances for the hearing impaired people. These translators even work at major music festivals such as Coachella, and it's certainly a hard job that requires not only precision, but also speed. Not only should they know the lyrics of the songs, but also follow the rhythm, and be prepared for some unexpected freestyle. It's a very difficult job, but it looks incredible. Sometimes even the most difficult task can be easier if you use your imagination, your knowledge of physics, and even a little know-how. For example, lifting huge slabs is easier if you add a small pipe. Maybe that's how people built Stonehenge in ancient times. Someone would put a round stone underneath the larger rocks, perhaps even by accident, but just look at the result. How do you remove a big puddle? Use a cloth or a giant sponge? Hire a special machine to suck out all the water? Wait for the sun to dry it out? Or maybe it's better to use brooms? It sounds crazy, but it really works. They're literally chasing the water away like a possum from a dumpster. Shush, get out of here. Do we understand what's going on? No, not really. Looks like the workers are doing something like a gutter. Does it meet safety standards? Probably not. How fast can they do it? Well, incredibly fast. Plus, it's really, really cool. Maybe these guys should think about patenting their work method. They can make a lot of money. In many internet videos, completely unexpected things happen, and this is a great example. You're not just looking at a fast worker, you're looking at a man who, whoa, how did he do that? Wait, so could we use this method to make the bed? Well, at least to put the pillows in the pillowcases. That would be very helpful. Fast worker video compilations always include at least one cook, because these people can work at very high speeds and without making a mess in the kitchen. Although maybe their failures just don't go viral on YouTube. Well, we can only admire this guy. Another popular category of fast workers are builders who can do absolutely incredible things with their tools. How long does a person need to cover the roof of a house? Probably all day, but this guy can easily do it in just a few minutes. then take a break and we don't know, maybe save the world later. We could expect anything from him. Some videos can be very relaxing, don't you think? Like a cozy fireplace or the sea. But this video, on the contrary, causes us anxiety because it looks like the glass could break at any second, or the base could turn over and everything would end up on the floor. Calm down, don't panic. He is a professional, and he definitely knows what he's doing, right? And he does it very quickly, very cleverly, and very well. Many companies have their own Employee of the Month, but have you ever thought about what an Employee of the Month looks like in a bar? Well, we seem to have found one, and he does amazing things. By the way, he shakes the bottles at the end not because of a lack of professionalism. This kind of beer requires to be served this way. For some people, hammering a nail can be a real challenge, but not for this guy. He seems to be able to handle a hammer even blindfolded. Just in case, don't try this at home, it can be dangerous. Plus, he seems to be listening to some inspiring music in his headphones. Croissants seem like a complicated recipe, but they can actually be made very quickly. For example, you can cut the dough for 500 croissants in less than a minute, if you work at the same speed as the person in this video, of course. Unloading or loading a truck with bottle crates is a long, heavy, and rather tedious job. But even this kind of work has something in common with juggling. It's not a good idea, considering that the bottles can probably break, but it looks awesome though. Careful, watching this video can hypnotize you, especially if you loop it properly. And no, these silver sausages are not made of clay as it may seem at first glance. They are made of real steel, which can be easily bent to create the links of a strong chain. Imagine how surprised the blacksmiths of the past would be if they were shown how quickly this process can be done. Counting money is a pretty tedious job too, unless of course it's your money. That's why mankind has long since invented special devices that count the number of bills in just a few seconds. But when you don't have access to those machines, these amazing girls can do it on their own just fine. By the way, pay attention, she uses all 5 fingers to count, and she doesn't drop a thing. We couldn't do that. Painting the floor sounds like a complicated process, right? But not for this man. He was literally born for this job. We wouldn't be surprised if painting the floor was his superpower. You know, someone has X-ray vision, others can control metallic objects, and this guy is very good at remodeling. The main thing is just being careful and not painting yourself into a corner. Agave is used for several purposes, for example to produce tequila, but first you have to get rid of the parts that are not used. Maybe some people use special devices or even complicated machines to do it, but this guy does it with, a shovel? Well, it's a special round shovel, probably designed to cut agave, but imagine how fast he could peel potatoes. You've probably seen your shower sponge become a long, useless thing that can only be thrown away, but few people know exactly how they're created in the first place. The answer is quickly, very quickly, efficiently, and with the help of 2 special sticks. We don't know if this process is always done by hand, or maybe nobody's able to make sponges faster than the girl in the video. Honestly, we don't know what surprises us more, the speed at which the guy manages to pack the box with duct tape, or the uncomfortable position of his body. Some users complain that their backs begin to hurt from just watching this video, but how can you resist when someone's doing their job so professionally? A special category of fast workers are fruit ninjas. They can cut any fruit perfectly. Mangoes, for example. If you've tried to do it at least a couple of times in your life, you know that mangoes are tough to deal with, let alone cutting them into such neat slices in a matter of seconds. Attention, don't try to repeat this one at home, or outside, or anywhere for that matter, unless you have a spare jaw, because peeling a watermelon with your teeth isn't for everyone. Better let the real professionals do it, even if they are a little bananas, but there's no denying that that was very fast.
Hey, stop being lazy, it's time to use that brain of yours. Welcome to Brain Time, incredible facts from the past, the present, and even the future. the power of nature and wild animals, amazing facts and unsolved mysteries. You'll find all this and much more here. Subscribe now, you won't regret it.